Just going to run through quickly the OS Maps application and how to create a route and print a route out to hill walk with. Now, if you Google OS Maps app, you can find it and either try it for a free 7-day trial or subscribe to the service. Once you've registered and logged in, you can see your username there and your level of service on the top right, and that will show you've got access not to the free maps but the OS Leisure Maps. So if you go to the map symbol at the bottom and click on that, you will see that you've got access to the OS Leisure Maps, which are the 1 to 25, 1 to 50,000s that you'll be familiar with. You can change the map type simply by zooming. So you're here, you can see we're on 1 to 25. If we zoom out a little bit, it'll automatically flip to the 1 to 50 map. Let's zoom back in again and then back into the 125, and you can zoom into the 125 a little bit closer for more detail, easier viewing. The Find Me on the bottom right will obviously find wherever your computer is currently, and will position the map on where your computer is. So that will centralize around where you are at the current time. If you want to find a particular area, go to the top left and search. I want to do a route, say for example at Kinder Scout, the start of the mass trespass where all our right to roam started. And I've typed in Kinder Scout and it's got Kinder Scout Derbyshire, England. Click return and it's centered the map around Kinder Scout. I'll just zoom out a little bit and you can see it's dropped a pin in the middle of Kinder Scout. Now if you want to create a route, you can go to routes, top left there, click on routes and either search for a route to see if somebody else has done one of the area, but I want to do my own work and create my own route. So I can drag the map around by clicking and holding on the map and then moving it around to expose the area I want to see and the area I want to walk. And then I'm going to create a custom route. So I'll click on custom route and the route menu opens up here. And to plot the route, you simply click on the map a series of waypoints. Now, in a national park, the application will automatically try to create the route for you based on the shortest, easiest walking route if you've got the walking app set there versus running and cycling. I've got it set to walking. So if I click on the start of the walk at Bowden Bridge here, and then if I click again, say for example up here somewhere as a waypoint, you can see it's automatically found the route for me. And that is because of this symbol here called snap on. So it snaps to the paths, and that's useful if you want to stick to a path. But if you try to go off path and you want to, say for example, go over here, it does some peculiar routing that you might not want. So what you can do is simply undo your last click and turn the automatic snap routing off if you don't want it. So click the horseshoe, that snap is now off, so I can set the route anywhere I want. So position the map again and I can start to click my waypoints. So I'm going up the William Clough, the site of the mass trespass, clicking up to there. I'm going to get to the top there, I'm going to go up to the top of Sandy Hayes where the trespassers were met by the gamekeepers, and I think I'll probably walk a little bit further on to Kinder Downfall, and I might return the same way. So I can save that route now, and it saves it in the cloud on the OS servers under my login, so I can find this route again. So I'll just click on save of the route, and it asks me for a route name, so I'm going to call it Mass Trespass Kinder Scout, and you can set various parameters, and you can say who wants to see it, only me or everyone, and you can see it's done a quick summary, 6.82k out and estimated 2 hours 25 minutes. So I can save that route, and that's saved to my user space in the cloud. Click on done, and it loads the route back up. Now if I print that map out now, you'll see that the route is quite thick and it makes it difficult to read the detail on the map. So one thing you can do is you can go back and edit your route here, top left. I'm going to edit my route and I'm going to change the style of the track by clicking on style. I'll leave it on red. I'll thin it down a bit, but I'll make it more transparent so that I can see through it. So about, there we go, about 80% transparent. So now you can see that the route is more transparent. I can see the detail of the map underneath. So I'll click snap off and I will click save. So there you go, it's saving the map route again with the clearer, easier to read through route underneath. I can now print this, or I can export it to a GPX file. So if I click export GPX file, it will download the GPX file of the route to my computer, and then I can transfer it to a sat-nav if I wish to. But I just want to print this particular route off. So I'll click on the print button, and things that are important to notice here, you can either fit the map to a page to the size of the paper, but obviously that won't be to the scale of the map. So if you're measuring distances and things on the paper, it won't match. So I always click the print map to scale, so your piece of paper will be exactly the same as a printed map in scale. I want A4 landscape. You can show the waypoints and a route card if you want, which is quite handy. I don't particularly want those, so I'm going to print them off. It requests a map from OS and then goes into printing mode. And you can either obviously print off to your printer, or if you want to print as a PDF and save the map. There we go. So my PDF map now is saved. I can print it off on waterproof paper or print it off and laminate it and take it with me of the route. Just one last tip for using OS Maps. If you want to find a grid reference of a particular area, you can click on grid ref, and it puts a cross on the map and shows you the grid reference, 10-figure grid reference of where that cross is. Now sometimes the cross can be quite hard to find, so you can see it there. I'm just indicating it now with the cursor. It's there, it's that little crosshairs there. So the middle of that is this grid reference here. So if you click and hold the map and move it about, so I'll move it about, I'll just remove that pin I've put on there. I'll click and hold the map and I'll move the crosshairs over, and I will put them on the junction of that path there. Just click it over a little bit around there. There's the crosshairs, and that's the grid reference of where the crosshairs are. If I click grid ref off, crosshairs goes away. So that's it. Hope it was helpful. If you've got any questions, email us at Ultimate Navigation School and we'll be happy to help. Thanks very much. Bye bye.